There's an old quote from the movie The Dark Knight, the second of Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, where Harvey Dent, before he has his accident and winds up as Two-Face, says, "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain." I've been doing a little review recently of some skepticism from some skeptical criticisms or specifically remarks from people who are, or at least were, at one point, heroes within the skeptic community. Specifically, I'm thinking, I'm starting off by posting a link below regarding Bill Maher. Bill Maher is a commentator on a show called Real Time on HBO. He's virulently, he's virulently anti-religion and virulently anti-conspiracy theorist. And then he starts talking in the clip below about some things like that vaccines are a real health risk because you see things like formaldehyde in there. Well, Penn and Teller BS in their show, in their very last episode they ever did on vaccinations, pointed out how things like formaldehyde are actually necessary in a vaccine to prevent infection from happening at the injection site, as well as also, the possibility that some of the dead viral matter, will also cause problems that way. Will also, will mutate and start infecting you seriously, or other things like that. And the anti-vax thing is also part of the reason where you hear the connections. This also feeds into other things like the connection, supposed connection between vaccines and autism, which I have commented about several times before in various videos and presented sources to actively debunk. Then Penn and Teller, despite the fact that they, in their last episode, actually achieve their goal of what the Penn and Teller BS show was supposed to be about, introducing skepticism and critical thinking. Their show was riddled with fallacies, even on the arguments that I did agree with, and I posted, and you can see a lot of those criticisms in my Penn and Teller bullshit, or Penn and Teller criticism playlist on my channel. Penn also on his Penn Says channel ends up saying things like, they also started crossing some scientific lines, skirting the idea that that there was no need to. In their episode Being Green, they said that they didn't know for certain whether or not climate change was real, but they said that there was no evidence that a change in standard of living or standard practices, i.e. spending oil, was necessary to combat climate change. And they also fucked up on the secondhand smoke issue. Now, luckily, Sean Carroll of Skeptics Dictionary actually got them on that one, and they admitted that one in one of the Amazing Meeting episodes. So at least those issues have been taken care of. But again, because of and not to mention some of their consistent pro-big business ideas, which they talk about consistently, as a result, their libertarian ideas, they kind of miss the point that big business are the ones who are causing the problems in the government in the first place. So yeah, those kind of issues. So again, yeah, with those kind of consistent issues, Penn and Teller, first Bill Maher and Penn and Teller end up kind of making these kind of mistakes. And again, as I said, I'll post links in the description below for relevant factors to take a look at. My question is as follows: in the process of ongoing, how do I put it? In the process of my ongoing skeptical debunks and commentaries and the like in the past, now I'll admit I've made some mistakes in the past, but I think I've been able to accept correction on practically every criticism that I've been given so far. I think. But what my concern is, though, is that, when am I going to start crossing the line into virulently anti-scientific or anti-rational stances that end up becoming a public safety risk? If Bill Maher did it with vaccines and Penn and Teller did it with or issues regarding environmentalism, secondhand smoke, and and their stances with regard to big business, I'm wondering what my violation of the public will be or my biggest threat to when will what will be my mistake that will cause me to move from the section of skepticism into the realm of what I'm saying is posing a public safety risk. So feel free to give me a shout in the comments below as to what you think will be my biggest crossover, or if I already have made that crossover, please let me know and provide sources to back it up so I can evaluate what you're saying and hopefully catch myself before I become a serious before I live long enough to see myself become the villain that I'm criticizing that I'm criticizing skeptics, some of my fellow skeptics, selling out to it's a vested interest for. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Happy long weekend and all the best.